Been a couple sunsets, few risings. Know it's a long trip when you sliding down to me. Just 'cause I'm trying to see you. But we gon' make it worth our while, since we can't tell if we got time. Still it don't matter all the things we'll do. I got a thing for your heart, boo.
Hey y'all, how y'all doing? It's your girl Gigi, the Cocoa Queen. I don't even know how to start this video because I don't even know if I'm gonna post this video, but it's kind of more of like a, I guess, journal, not journal entry, but video diary kind of thing. I'm currently in my 12th week of pregnancy, and I wanted to like make videos up to this point, speaking about symptoms, speaking about just the journey because it's my first pregnancy, speaking about, you know, all the, I guess, pros and cons of what I'm experiencing. And it's just been really hard because I'm dealing with the hormones and already being an emotional person and having to kind of like deal with extra, or not extra emotions, but amplified emotions, or just being more sensitive to things that I normally wouldn't be, and also physically dealing with the changes and mentally dealing with the physical changes. And that's not to say that it's not to say that like I'm like, oh, you know, I don't want to get big and I don't want to be fat and things like that. Like, I'm not thinking of it in that way, but it is just like this toll because my body is changing, and I'm not someone who does too well with change. Like, I do well with change in life, but to my control for the most part. Like, I feel like if I'm controlling the change, like if I'm creating the change in my life, then yeah, absolutely. But then when things are just happening and I have no choice but to surrender to what's happening and be patient and you know, find peace within that space. That's what I'm still working on. And so I realized with my pregnancy that that's what I'm really battling. Not feeling like myself, and knowing that it's because of the life that I'm creating, or the life that is you know, growing within me. Knowing that that's the reason is the most comforting thing, of course, because I am very excited about my baby, but I'm still just dealing with the changes, and I don't like how I feel all the time, but I also don't like feeling any, it's just a back and forth. I don't like feeling any negative feelings about my pregnancy. You know, when you think about it, or as a woman, you of course you want some kind of perfect pregnancy story where, you know, you're with your spouse or whoever the case is, and you guys are welcoming this baby together, and you're dealing with the symptoms just fine, or even if the symptoms are bad, but you know, you're just so overjoyed by the fact that you're creating life that, you know, you're not even really worried about it. You're just dealing with it, and the support system is amazing. And you know, after the first trimester, oh, okay, so all those symptoms are gone, and you can just get to pregnancy cravings, or showing off your bump, or you know, picking out things to start putting on a registry, planning a baby shower, planning a gender reveal. Y'all, I'm not thinking about none of that. None of that. Every time somebody asks me if I'm having a gender reveal or a baby shower, this is me. I don't know. I don't know. I want to say I don't fucking care, but I do care, but I don't know, because I'm literally still in the stage of processing the fact that I'm having a child. And I do have a beautiful support system, family, friends, and otherwise, but, and of course, you know, my boyfriend, but I'm so used to being in my own head about things that go on in my life, and with my body, of course, and I overthink a lot, I overanalyze, so it just bothers me that I can't get out of that. I can't, you know, I'm really proud of myself, because I thought when I started this video, I was definitely in tears, but my bad. I exited out the video by accident, but yeah, I really thought that I was going to be sitting through this whole video in tears, boohoo, crying, woe is me. So I'm proud of myself that I'm not doing that, and maybe I need to do these video diaries a lot more and just talk through it so that I can get through it, because it's hard, y'all. To my upcoming moms out there, and to the moms who have already been through what I'm going through, shout out to y'all, because we all dealing with it the best way we know how, the best way we can. I'm dealing with meat cravings, and you know, I'm vegetarian, so it's just like, excuse me, do I give in and just, you know, feel better, or even if I try to give in, will I still feel worse and just still be frustrated? It's just like, I think about all of these things all day, constantly. And also, you know, trying to make sure that I'm not in like an anti-depression kind of thing, because again, I'm not upset about my pregnancy. I don't feel miserable. I just feel really uncomfortable and really like, this ain't my body anymore, you know? Like, I just have to, again, surrender to whatever the hell is going on inside of me. So it's just hard. But I find, and there go the tears, I find that what gets me through it is thinking about the end, and just want to be transparent with y'all, so I ain't gonna cut out the crying if I do post this. But what gives me the greatest consolation is, of course, the end, like seeing my baby. But it just feels like such a long journey ahead of me. And I've always wanted kids. Like, I thought I was gonna be the one who had kids first, really, in the family. Love kids to death. But the process is not no joke. So again, kudos to those who can do it, you know, with no problem, and who have multiple children. The journey is no joke, so I appreciate y'all, all the mamas. And of course, I know this is gonna make me appreciate my mother 100 times more, even though I already feel like she's the greatest thing popping since sliced bread. Like, that's my backbone, my rock, my best friend, my everything. So I have, like, thinking about, oh my God, girl, like, get it together. Thinking about that also gives me consolation. Like thinking about her going through it with me. And of course my brother. But just her going through it in general. And working. And just being active and you know, doing what she gotta do in life. Like, I'm so forever indebted because it's emotionally, physically, mentally, it is one of the hardest things. And I'm only in the third month. Y'all. One of the hardest things I had never been through in my life. Because again, I can't do anything but adapt and just keep my mind focused on more positive things and keeping myself healthy so that I don't cause anything to happen to either of us. And just from start to finish, it's a lot. Like the first month, all I'm worried about is miscarrying. And I literally like had the worst anxiety over miscarrying because I don't know, not that I didn't believe I could have a successful pregnancy. It was just more so like it's a possibility. And women go through it all the time. Especially with like first pregnancies, you can definitely have more of a chance of, because some people miscarry their first pregnancies and don't even know they were pregnant, right? So in my mind the whole time, I'm just like super anxious, super worried, and emotionally it was like breaking me down. I literally was going nuts, y'all. Like I was buying pregnancy tests every week, which makes no sense. Don't do that because the farther along you get in the pregnancy, your HCG levels, which is the hormone that you get when you're pregnant, human chorionic gonadotropin, child, HCG, okay? But the farther along you get, the levels, you know, are stronger. So even if you technically do miscarry, you can obviously have a positive pregnancy test until those levels in your body go back down. And then I learned about the fact that there's missed miscarriages, so that you can miscarry and not even know it, and you don't bleed, and excuse me, the body kind of still thinks it's still pregnant. So y'all, I went crazy. I did until I had my first ultrasound about a week and a half ago, and saw my baby. And even then, the nurse, not the nurse, the lady who was doing the ultrasound, because I paid for one before I actually had one at the doctor's, but the lady who was doing the ultrasound kept asking me to cough so that my baby can move, and he or she wasn't moving, so I'm just sitting there like, God, please. Please. And then later on but then I also heard the heartbeat, so I was like, okay, cool. And later on she asked me to cough again, and the baby did move, and I was just like, oh my God, like, not every weight removed, but the biggest weight for sure dropped. So it's like each phase has things to deal with. So that was for the first month. I was worried about that. Then the next month, it's month 2. Month 2 worried about that, but also worried more so about how I'm going to get through it, because I did have morning sickness, not to the point of vomiting or anything, but I definitely did have some morning sickness. So knowing that I'm not good with a cold, y'all, and I rarely get sick. So to feel like I could possibly be sick for 9 months straight, no. No. Excuse me. No. I wasn't having it. I didn't want it. I was like, God, I'll sleep through this pregnancy if I if I have to, because I just felt so physically weak in that way. And then also the changes that happen immediately, like I'm out of breath, I'm trying to do a yoga routine, and I just feel, again, not myself, like out of my body. I'm not, the asanas or poses and stretches just don't feel the same. And then I get frustrated and I don't even want to work out anymore, because for what? Like, it's not bringing me peace. I'm getting anxious. So yeah, and also having to just sit down somewhere and be okay with that. I'm not working currently, well, at a specific place of employment. Like, you know, I do my own little things on the side, but it's hard. I'm used to being active. And I love being active. I love waking up at the crack of dawn. I'm used to waking up at 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning, watching the sunrise, going outside, going to the park, doing my yoga routine, or even if I don't go to the park, like, you know, just dancing around my house and just getting my day going. Now I literally wake up and I'm like, I know how my day is gonna go. For the most part, I'm gonna feel like crap. For the most part, I'm gonna think about my baby. For the most part, I'm just, you know, so I'm trying to kind of not lose myself. And I'm not blaming the baby or blaming anyone at all. I'm just dealing with it. And, you know, I'm just putting this out there for anybody else who has similar feelings and is, you know, it's okay to feel miserable. It's okay to feel sad or upset or not, you know, so overjoyed by your pregnancy. It's not that you don't want your baby. It's not that you are ungrateful for the blessing and the gift that, you know, a child is. It's just, we're human, and as women, we endure a lot. And this is just one of those things that we were built for. So, you know, but there's no instruction manuals that come with it. Doesn't matter what anybody tells you. You just have to deal with it the best way you know how, and listen to self. So I thank y'all for listening to me. You know, I do feel a whole lot better because I got it out and I expressed it. So I'm definitely thinking I'll be doing more of these and just getting out of my head and just doing it. Sometimes I even overthink the videos, like, oh, how am I gonna set up a video? Do I need a backdrop? Do I gotta put my makeup? Like, I'm just gonna be here and do this and hope y'all rock with me, you know? And if not, this will just be diaries that I have for my first pregnancy. So I love y'all. Peace always, gratitude forever. I'm gonna go find something to eat because the baby is starving and tired of me sitting here sulking. So have a great, beautiful, blessed night or day, depending on where you are in the world. And I'll see y'all later. Oh, my bad. Make sure you like, subscribe. Definitely leave me some comments because I do want to talk to y'all. I stress that the most because I really do love interacting with people and want to know what y'all talk about. So, or what questions you have, and you know, if you need an ear, if you're a mama out there and you don't have such a great support system and you want to talk, girl, I'm definitely here for that. You know, I'm not saying I'm anyone to speak to. I'm not a therapist or, you know, not trying to give unwarranted advice, but I can listen for sure, and that makes all the difference sometimes. So if you need that, hit me up. So definitely drop a comment, like, share, please, and y'all enjoy y'all night. Okay.